guys, welcome to my kitchen. Obviously another exciting day in my kitchen, as always. Hey guys, I thought we'd go to Puglia. So I was just in Puglia recently, and I'll tell you, we had a fantastic time. And one of these, appetizers, you go to these little places, and you'll have this, aperitif, right? And it's phenomenal. And then you'll go to another place, and you'll have something entirely different, really based upon what they grow on their own land. Or maybe what's in season. So I had this just absolutely delicious appetizer that I want to share with you, and it's just one of those great little authentic Italian, rustic, Puglian, little appetizers that just is so simple yet absolutely delicious. Okay, so what we're making today, are you ready for it? Is a burrata cheese with lemon zest, with bruschetta, with grilled figs. Oh man, that's gonna be good. Are you ready for it? Can you taste it? Now this is traditionally gonna be brought out, hey, you got some people coming over, you're gonna put it right out in front. You're definitely pouring some Prosecco, a digestivo, get that digestion going. All right, so really neat, fun story. When you deal with burrata cheese, most everybody's familiar with a mozzarella cheese, right? So what a burrata cheese is, and I'll pull it out of the water here. This right here is a mozzarella cheese, and guess what it's filled with? You ready? It's filled with heavy cream. Oh, why is that? Really neat. In Puglia, Italy, in the 1950s, an individual farmer was trying to figure out a way to store some heavy cream and keep it good for a longer period of time. So what he did is he took like a stracciatella, the stretchy part of the curd of the mozzarella, and he basically filled it with heavy cream. And then what you do is you seal the mozzarella. So when you look at the cheese, you'll see it has a top that's kind of pulled in and tied in. We'll see that when I do some close-ups. And essentially what he developed was something more delicious than mozzarella, which, I gotta be honest with you, is not an easy thing to do, okay? So for ingredients, guys, we've got 2 medium-sized balls of a burrata cheese. And this is gonna feed about 4 people. Obviously double it up, you're gonna get about 6 to 8. Next, we gotta make that bruschetta. So what are we gonna do here? We're gonna grab some ciabatta bread. So I've got some ciabatta bread. I'll show you exactly how to slice that up. We're gonna grill it, get some marks. We're gonna rub it with what? Garlic. So a bruschetta is basically a sliced bread rubbed with garlic. And then it's topped with things. So we're gonna top it with some garlic. I'll show you how to do that. That is just absolutely deliciousness. You're gonna need maybe 2 cloves of garlic to rub on the ciabatta bread, all right? We're gonna need some lemon, and essentially here, guys, get 1 lemon, and we're gonna want the zest of the entire lemon. Next, guys, we're gonna need some figs. So these are California figs because I'm in the United States. And here, guys, I've got about 10 figs. Boy, I'll tell you what's great. Certainly all throughout Italy, especially southern Italy, you just get these fig trees. My mouth is watering. And the figs, you get them dark like this, and they get ripe, and they're just so filled with that sugar, that delicious, almost honey sugar within the fig, and it's just filled with that fig flavor. Oh, just absolutely love it. We're gonna need some salt. So look at this, isn't this cool? Got a kind of a live edge, my new salt bowl, thought that was pretty cool. So as you guys know, I either like to use a Sicilian flaky sea salt, or I use a pink Himalayan. Today we're using pink Himalayan. Briny, earthy, pink is sexy, right? I think you're more sexy if you use pink Himalayan. That's my thinking. We're gonna need some fresh ground pepper. Fresh ground, only way to go. If you pre-grind it, you're gonna lose a lot of that robust flavor of the pepper. Obviously, we're gonna need some olive oil. I'm preferring Puglian olive oil, Puglian recipe from Italy. Trees are from Italy. Extra virgin. Where would I go? Where would I get something like grassy, earthy, peppery? Oh, I know. I'd go right to my website, Cooking Italian with Joe, or my Facebook page, because we own a farm in Italy and we co-op with a whole group of farms out there to bring you some of the best extra virgin Italian olive oil you're ever gonna have. It's right there. Vito and Joe's. And let me share this with you. You go on the website, you click it, you can grab more than 1 bottle. We got a nice discount going. And after you click it, we drop ship it to your front doorstep. And it's almost like taking, not exactly, but it's like taking a trip to Italy right in a bottle. First thing we want to do is cut up our ciabatta and start making our bruschetta. Simple cut, guys. We want to create a nice decorative cut. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sacrifice that first part of the nose, okay? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it at an angle, and I'm going to back the blade this way a little bit. And what that's going to do, it's going to increase the surface area of our bread. Our bread's done. To prepare the bread, I need to take some olive oil, obviously Vito and Joe's. And now, guys, I've got about 4 tablespoons of olive oil, and now I'm going to take my bread and I'm going to rub each side of the bread with my olive oil, prepping it to grill it. Guys, once the bread is oiled, just spread it out. And now I'm going to take my pink Himalayan in my new little bowl, and I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of salt on all of my bread, and then I'm going to hit it with some fresh ground pepper. And then I'm going to flip everything over and repeat. Hit it with a little salt, and then fresh ground pepper. And now, guys, I've got the grill going. This sucker's hot. If possible, get that cast iron with the marks in it. It gives you that beautiful look of Italy. And then I'm just going to go ahead and put these on. Guys, my advice here is check these guys, because let me tell you, this goes quick. See how they're getting those beautiful marks? I've learned many a times never to walk away from the grill here. Now, these are done, guys, so I'm going to put them on a plate because I want them to cool down just a little bit before we start rubbing them with garlic. Guys, our bread is cooling down. Now I'm going to get that garlic. So I'm going to get 2 pieces of the garlic. In this case, guys, I do not want to smash my garlic to peel it. We want to keep the garlic intact because we're going to use it as a whole to rub on the bread. That's exactly what I want. Perfect. One more. Perfect. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take each one of the pieces of bread and you're going to take the garlic as a whole and you're going to just gently rub the garlic on the bread. See how it's going to wear down your garlic a little bit? Do both sides of the bread. There's one. So I'm going to go ahead and knock these off. So sometimes I talk to people and they say, wow, that just takes a lot of time. You know, you hear that sometimes with cooking and prepping. And, you know, one of the things I want to share with you, just in old Italian cooking especially, you know, when you go to the old areas of Italy, the point of cooking a meal is not to get it over with so fast. You know, part of this, if you're sitting around with your nonna, and your uncles and your aunts and your brothers and your sisters. You know, you're sitting around and you're telling stories and you're talking while you create something that's delicious, and then you get a chance to sit down and you get to hang out and you get to eat. And so much of that has gotten lost and our lives are so busy. So now it's like, you know, cook a meal in 15 minutes or 30, you know, you got TV shows that are like 30 minutes or less, and I appreciate that, but it's like, wow, you know, you're missing the whole point of what potential you could have in those moments. So I'm almost done, guys. As I get near the end, I just want to give you a couple of tips to make these come out great. You know, you got to have a couple pieces of garlic, obviously. 2, you got to have Jerry Vale playing in the background. And if you don't know who Jerry Vale is, you know, I got to start questioning our relationship. Another critical, absolutely critical, important tip to make these come out just delicious and garlicky and crispy is if you subscribe to our channel. So with my garlicky hands there's a red button right down there in the corner. So you got to click that red button, then there's a bell right next to it. So 1, you subscribe to a channel, which I greatly appreciate it. Makes you part of the family, okay? And then secondly, when you hit that notification bell, hey, any trips, any new recipes, any new videos, anything going on in our blog, it'll come right to your notification box. And I'll tell you, as I say to you guys every week, it really means the world to me when you subscribe to our channel. Guys, the bread is done. My ciabatta grilled, now rubbed with garlic. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on a plate. So guys, quick tip, just fan it out so nothing becomes soggy. I'm going to set that off to the side. It's time to get our figs going. So I want to cut these up and prep them. Simple, guys, you're going to cut the top off, cut the bottom off, and I'm going to put them in some nice thick slices. So I'm going to do something like this. How gorgeous is that? Oh. And guys, we're going about a 1/4 inch on thickness right there, just to give you kind of a guide. It's not critical, but you want everything to cook at the same rate. Guys, I'm going to plate these. This is going to move pretty quick. Well, I'll tell you, the aroma in here is literally figs. And guys, we can't use the tongs. It'll break them apart. So we're going to use something flat just to flip them. You see, you're looking for that mark. You're not looking to cook them down to mush. You're almost like flash grilling them. Can you guys see that bubbling right there? The sugars, that is right where you want it. So I'm going to put everything right on a plate. Guys, our figs are done. So I'm going to let them cool. They're going to firm up just a little bit. Isn't that beautiful? Guys, time to put this delicious dish together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a large plate, and then I'm going to use a smaller plate to put the burrata on, only because I don't want the liquid from the burrata to sog up all my bread, okay? And one quick adjustment I did, I just had a couple of my friends come over. We're gonna enjoy this dish right out on the patio, so I grabbed one more of my burrata. I've got a beautiful dish here made in Italy. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my bruschetta and I'm gonna put that around the dish. And now, guys, I'm gonna take my grilled fig. I'm gonna put that all the way around my plate. And a great tip, guys, if you can't get any fresh figs, dried figs don't really work too well with this recipe, use a pear. That'll work. An apple will work great. Grill that just like I showed you here. Now we're gonna finish this up with the zest. So what I wanna do is I wanna do the zest over the top of the burrata. What's great about the lemon is it'll add some flavor and brightness without jeopardizing the taste of the burrata, the cream of the burrata. And lemon goes so good with cream. Beautiful. And guys, just to finish this off and make it look beautiful, you can cut a couple of thin slices of lemon just as a garnish. I'm thinking there's nothing wrong with that. Guys, our last little tip, we're gonna take some Vito Joe's and really lightly, just lightly, we're gonna drizzle right over the top of everything, back and forth. I'm gonna give it a light sprinkle, the burrata, of some salt, just a really light sprinkle, along with the bread. And then last, just a touch, not much, just a touch of the pepper. And on the bread. Guys, does that look damn delicious or what? First off, the aroma in here, you can smell the fig and the lemon and the burrata and the garlic from the bread. And favorite time, guys, taste time. What do you say? Guys, first thing I gotta do is grab the perfect piece of bread, okay? That's number one. Number two, I'm gonna take this burrata and you're gonna see, you see the cream in there, guys? Is that just delicious? Oh my God. So good. Look at it oozing out, right? So now I'm going to get a piece of the burrata. Yeah, my mouth's watering. And then I'm going to grab a piece of fig. How delicious does that look? Guys, I've got the perfect bite. Look at that. Oh, does that look good or what? Just perfect. All right, smell-o-vision, cooking Italian with Joe, taste-o-vision. Here you go. All right, first off, you're getting the aromas of the lemon, which hits you first, the burrata with the cream, the fig, the scents, those notes of the toast. I'm literally still tasting it. I love it because you get some different temps going on there and you're getting all different types of textures. First thing that's hitting you is the lemon. It brightens up the cream of the burrata, and then you're getting the mozzarella and the burrata with that cream, which is just delicious. And then as you chew it, you know, you're getting the crunch and that crunchy texture, that salt and that pepper, the olive oil, and you're getting that crunchy flavor, that beautiful crunchy texture of the bruschetta. The fig kind of finishes it off with its sweetness, it's earthy. Oh, let me tell you, that is good. That's a perfect way to start a dinner party, isn't it? Hey guys, thanks so much for joining me today in my kitchen and taking a trip to Puglia, Italy, and creating an aperitif, right? How delicious is that? Certainly a must for any type of dinner party that you're going to put on here in the coming future. Now remember, there's a red button and a bell, notification bell. Click those, guys. Subscribe to our channel. Hey, make you part of the family. Go on the link above, below. Certainly go to our YouTube channel, Facebook channel, and click buy it now. We can drop ship you several bottles, a case of olive oil right to your front doorstep. I literally call it a trip to Italy, right in a bottle with Vito and Joe's olive oil. And guys, my most important tip, spend some time with your family as frequently as you can. You know, celebrate your heritage. And even more importantly than that, guys, set some traditions with you and your family. I'll tell you, they'll last you a lifetime. I know they did for me. Hey, from my kitchen to yours, guys. Until next week, mwah, buon appetito.